Gentlemen, a large proportion of this YouTube channel, Every Man, is about men's style. And as all of you guys should know, grooming falls under the same category. It affects the way you look, the image that you're portraying to people. And at the end of the day, if you want to be a successful guy, you're going to want to be putting across the best messages possible. The issue is that tons of you guys out there are still making simple grooming mistakes. And these grooming mistakes are sending across really mixed messages. So in this video, I'm going to give you the top 6, or should I say the bottom 6 really, worst grooming mistakes that men make. The first grooming mistake that men make, this is a criminal one: shaving off your sideburns. And by shaving off your sideburns, I don't mean, you know, shaving it to a certain level like mine are. I see tons of guys, including my girlfriend's dad, shaving them off at the height at the top of the ear. I think that people do this because they want to have a clean appearance, and I often see it on guys who are clean shaven. I think that they sort of do the rest of their face and then they sort of start shaving, creeping up to the top of their ear basically, and just eradicating this area of hair. Now what these people don't understand is that keeping a little bit of a sideburn actually gives your face more structure and shape. I think of it pretty much as a frame for your face, and it shows the angular nature of a face. Shaving off your sideburns really adjusts the proportions of your face in a negative way, and it pretty much makes you look like you've just plopped a hat onto your bald head. Now that's not to say I want you to have like a 1970s style sideburn that goes all the way down to here, unless you've got a beard, of course, it can be conjoined. Otherwise, I would definitely stay with a mid-level sideburn at the side. Worst grooming mistake number 2 is rather the opposite. This isn't about getting rid of loads of hair like the previous one. This is about keeping too much hair. And this is guys who have neck beards. So not just, you know, a full facial beard, which can be pretty attractive on a guy. I'd say probably over half of men who've got like a full beard let their beard just sort of grow out all the way onto their neck. And this thing can sort of make you look sloppy because all this hair around this area, the eyes can't really define what the end of the head is and then what the start of the neck is, because it also blends into one. Now if you want that stronger and firmer jawline, which is often seen as a manly trait, you're going to want to define your jawline more. And if you've grown your hair all the way around here and all the way straight onto your neck, it's just not going to help. I'd recommend keeping pretty clean shaven up to, I'd say probably about here, just so that the hair is just pretty much on the jawline and you can see where the hair is. I'm not saying you need to, you know, shave off all the way up to here, just off the neck. You can keep the hair on the head section, but then when it gets onto the neck, I'd recommend just shaving that bit off. Grooming mistake number 3 is also to do with beards, but this time it's guys who like to keep these really patchy and weak beards. Now I'm sure a few of you guys in the comment section below are probably thinking, oh, why should I listen to facial hair and grooming advice from a guy who can't even grow a beard? But that's not true, chaps. I can grow a beard, but I choose to go clean shaven, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The main one being, when I've tried to grow a beard in the past, I've got the majority of it there, but the problem for me is I have 2 lovely symmetrical dots where no hair grows. And at the end of the day, no one wants this pathetic pedo beard. That's pretty much what mine made me look like. It was disgusting. You've got to be brutal with yourself. If you can't grow more of a full manly beard, I've seen too many guys basically with this sort of bum fluff all around their face, and it just doesn't look right. It's not thick enough. If that's the situation, I'd recommend either going for stubble or just chop it off completely. Grooming mistake number 4. This is a killer, and I see this one all the time. Guys who just don't bother whatsoever grooming their eyebrows. Now believe me, there isn't anything worse for a woman when she sees you all dressed up nicely, her eyes work way up, she's really impressed, she looks into your beautiful eyes, and then she notices the giant monobrow slug above your eyes. This is the issue sometimes if you've got some massive eyebrows, and my eyebrows naturally are super thick. If it's big, bold, and stamped right there above your eyes, a woman's attention, or a man's attention, whatever you're into, it's not going to be drawn to anything else. And I've seen a hilarious example of this recently. One of the contestants on the new series of The Apprentice on BBC, this guy called Karthik has got this massive monobrow, and he says it's because he shows that he's too confident, doesn't care what other people think. In my opinion, it just looks ridiculous. All it shows is that he doesn't listen to people, and that's exactly what he portrayed in the boardroom and on the tasks so far on the show. So you want to groom your eyebrows somewhat, just to neaten them up, to take people's focus and attention away from that massive block on your face if you're someone who has got big eyebrows. But don't go overboard, don't end up looking like a woman. That's not the message you really want to be sending across. I already did a video before on how to groom your eyebrows effectively and to still look like an actual bloke, but just to neaten them up. So if you haven't seen that one already, I'll link it in the cards above so you can click, and then also in the description as well. The fifth bad grooming mistake that men make is actually directed towards guys who have shorter haircuts. And this is having a haircut whereby the hair around here is just falling on and around your ears. Now, if you have a look at many of the popular men's style icons or general guys that women tend to find attractive, these days almost all of them have got pretty short haircuts on the side, and there's a couple of reasons for this. If you have it nice and short on the sides, short to the extent where it doesn't sort of droop around your ears, it can make your head look a little bit longer and slimmer, and that is supposedly a more aesthetic shape to look at. Having your hair sort of tickling around your ears is not only annoying. I mean, when I see myself in the mirror, if I see a hair that's starting to creep, I will chop it off immediately. But not just that, it kind of looks a bit messy. It looks like it's overgrown and that you're due for a haircut. Next time you go to the barbers, I'd recommend getting maybe a number 2 on the sides. You know, if you're not used to having a short haircut, I actually go all the way to a 0.5 on the side of mine, because I really hate it when the hair gets onto the ears. But you'll find that when you come out, you'll just feel like it looks so much neater, and that's the truth. And the worst and final grooming mistake that men make, number 6, is using the wrong hair product. And the typical mistakes that men will make is number 1, using gel, number 2, using tons of wax. These two products are the two most common on the market, and you can get them at pretty much any shop, which is why I'm presuming most guys are using this stuff. Now the first one, gel, I see loads of guys sort of using loads of this stuff, and they're left with this horrible crispy hair with massive gaps in the middle so you can see their scalp, because gel is so thick and gloopy, it kind of bundles all the hair together into lumps, and then you can see the scalp through it. And then you've got the other guys who are using tons and tons of hair wax to the extent where it looks like they've just poured a tub of grease over their own head. These two products are the easiest to find, but most of the time they are terrible quality and they just don't look good on most guys. I'd recommend going for an alternative product. The issue is that there is just so many now on the men's market. You really are spoiled for choice. It's hard to know what to go for. It's hard to know what actually works. In my next few videos, I'm going to try and do some more of the hair product reviews like I've done in the past, where I take a big bunch of hair products, try them all out, see what actually works, what actually looks good. But you've also got to choose a hair product that's actually good for your hair, because loads of people have got different textures of hair, different lengths of hair. There's lots to consider, and different products work better with different hair styles and different hair types. But then you've got to make sure you're using the product in the right way. Tons of guys just apply it and expect the hair to bounce up. That's not how it works. I've done lots of videos on hair on my channel, how you can get your hair to sort of go up quite a bit, hold in place, when you should use the product, stuff like that, which most guys actually get wrong. So make sure you check those videos out if you haven't already. Anyway, chaps, that pretty much wraps up this list video. I want to hear in the comments section below, have you ever made any of these 6 mistakes? Are you going to change, or do you want to add to the list? Let me know in the comments section below.